everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Love for Intuitive Astrology. So my name is Michelle and I'm an intuitive astrologer. I combine my knowledge of astrology with my intuition, and this will be reflected in this video. So today I'm going to talk about the upcoming new moon that will happen in the sign of Aries on the 17th of April 2026 at 27 degrees. Now, I will start off with explaining this new moon in general, and then we're going to dive into each and every single sign. Now, most accurate is your rising sign, and for additional information, you can check your sun sign and your moon sign. Now, before I start, I just want to announce that I'm going to organize 2 workshops in the month of May. So the first workshop will be on the 9th of May. They will both be on a Saturday. The first one will be surrounded by purpose and career. Okay, and it will be between 5 and 9 CEST, so check your time difference. So I'm going to make this workshop according to the people who participate, okay? So it's going to be very personal. You're going to learn about your aspects and the aspects of the people who are in the workshop. So I think it will be very fun. We're going to look at solutions and how to achieve your goals, how to overcome these obstacles, if there are any. Same with relationships. So on the 16th of May, same time, I'm going to organize it for relationships. This is for people who are both single and in relationships. We're going to look at your relationship patterns, how to improve your relationships, how to attract love. Okay. So I think it will be really fun. I'm going to keep the group very small. It's a really fair price, okay? I just want it to be accessible for anyone. So if you're interested, send me an email. I'm going to put the posters or the information on my community page, so you can check it out there. You can also find it on Instagram. I have it pinned to the top. And yeah, I hope to see you there. I love to do more personalized workshops because, that gives the biggest growth. Let's start and look at this new moon, okay? So 17th of April, 27 degrees. And this is, a whole stellium in Aries. There's a lot of focus on the sign of Aries. So let's first understand what is Aries all about, okay? And then we're going to dive into all the planets that are together, so we have a bigger understanding. So Aries is, very fiery. Is the first sign. This is where we are very brave, where, Aries likes to go head first. So I want to discover things and I'm not afraid to do so. So, Aries is known to be a daredevil, a leader, stepping into terrains that other people are afraid to explore. Okay. Sometimes first doing and then thinking can be a bit impatient, but in a fun way. Aries usually, even though does first, things after, things kind of work out because Aries has this very strong gut feeling, like this is what I have to do, this is what I have to explore. Okay. So we have this new moon both in Aries, right? And we have it conjunct Chiron. Now Chiron, we call it the wounded healer. This is about, this is where our wound is. And it's not the natal chart, so it's a transit, right? So if we look at Aries, which is also about identity, leadership, being brave, and going head first. And then Chiron is there. It's the wounded healer. So where is the wound with you stepping up, being brave in a certain area in your life? So you have to check where's Aries for you. We're going to look at the signs as well. And this is maybe where insecurity is popping up. Am I good enough? Can I do this? And sometimes we need to feel this insecurity. We need to feel the pain in order to heal it, right? If we don't feel it, we cannot heal from something. So around this new moon, there's a massive opportunity to heal, especially regarding our authenticity. So, because this is your identity, this is the first house. Okay, Aries rules the first house. So, this is where, where do we feel like we cannot be ourselves? Is it among family? Um, Where do you feel insecure? Can it be related to career? Are you afraid to be fully yourself? So this is an opportunity to feel like, don't walk away from this pain, okay? Because sometimes we want to avoid pain, and it's normal because it's uncomfortable. But through the uncomfortable is where we succeed. So if you go through it, we can heal it and we can work on it, right? And when we went through a certain pain, we create empathy. That's why the wounded healer is an empath. Like, I know what you've been through because I've been through this myself. And I did this, that, and that, and that to do that. And then you can teach others how to heal it. And it doesn't mean that your wounds are suddenly gone, right? Like they're not there anymore. Yet they are still there and you can feel them. But you can also kind of detach from them and accept them as part of yourself. Okay. So this is a very healing opportunity, especially regarding your leadership and standing up for yourself, being brave. We have Saturn and Mars together with Mercury and Neptune. So, whereas Aries is fiery, I want to go, I want to move forward, I don't want to think too much about it, I just want to take action and explore. And Saturn is like, no, 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 wait a minute, because Mars is very strong here, wants to move forward. And Saturn is also quite intense, right? It's like, no, 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 you cannot move forward before you have a plan. There needs to be something in place because I'm going to hold you back. If you go too fast, if you're impulsive, I'm going to hold you back. So around this new moon, listen to your body, listen to Saturn, okay? Because if we're going to do too much workout, too much working, your body is going to say, no, 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 stop. There will be obstacles created to hold you back. So it's better to listen, okay? Even though there's so much fiery energy. So you can imagine if two are pulling, there's going to be a little bit of a restless energy, okay? You're going to want to move forward, but not without a plan, okay? So listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your soul, and before you act on anything. We have Neptune with Mercury, okay? And Neptune kind of dissolves things. Things go up in the air. If you have a strong Neptunian vibe, you will know that these people look ethereal, especially when you have like Neptune on the ascendant, people look ethereal. They're like kind of daydreaming. So if you put that with Mercury, which is all about your mind, and usually in Aries, this is fast thinking, but now you're going to go daydreaming. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? So can you see how miscommunications can happen? Because it's very hard to ground. Okay, we have a bit of Earth, we have Venus in Taurus, which is good, but it's also close to Uranus. It's a very creative aspect. Those two are very, very creative. So we can almost say like we learn about ourselves, of our identity through creative expression. Now, we have Saturn and Mars, so we can have and this whole bunch. And if there could be a lot of heat in your body, okay, because we have so much fire, so people are gonna heat up. So this can cause like flu, hormonal imbalance, outbreaks, right? Because it needs to come out of your body, and also bottled up anger. So find healthy ways to express that. I'm actually for all about feeling emotions because I feel like your emotions are your guide. They tell you what's going on. You feel them, you let them out, and then you dissolve them, right? Like we have to feel them in order to heal them and not stay in them either, right? We have to let them come up, accept it. We are imperfect. We are going through so many experiences, and especially now in the world, there's just so much going on, so much chaos. Okay. But we have, Neptune, Mars, Saturn, Mercury in a sextile with Pluto. So it's time to activate our inner power, okay, to deal with something, to maybe stand up for yourself, but prepare yourself. This is time to prepare, not to go on an intuitive something, okay? You have to prepare before you're going to say something. It's also a very creative time, like I said, because Mercury and Neptune are quite creative. So you can make beautiful poetry. Uh, you can really, if you're into channeling, yes, that would be the only way to speak about something, okay? Because that's very Neptunian. But if you're more grounded, then yeah, prepare something, because otherwise you could lose track of things. So we have Pluto in Aquarius, and we see that on a global level, right? We see where we're looking at equality, but how far are we able to go when it comes to equality, right? And Pluto is control. So you can see what is happening here, right? Like, I don't want to go too much into politics, but yeah, Aquarius is also the internet. So there's a lot of chaos. Chaos is how you control people, right? So think about it. If you create a lot of chaos, people are confused, who to believe, what to believe. And this is how we prevent getting to know ourselves and being in our own power. Okay. And instead of controlling the external, we have to control the internal. And this is, we have to learn how to let go and let the inner power flow through you. Okay, so on this channel, I focus mainly how people can empower themselves instead of looking at the external. You know, I want to avoid my obstacles. They come to me. How do I never get hurt again? How do I never? Sometimes we can't avoid something, but we can learn how to deal with things, okay? And how to center ourselves and how to understand ourselves better, okay? So these are things that are very, very important. Um, yeah, so I think I want to go to all the sides because otherwise I talk too much. So let's go to Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have this whole bunch of planets in your first house. So there's a lot of emphasis on you, on your identity, on your leadership. Okay. And, depends on at what degree your Sun, Moon, and Rising is, right? If it's earlier degree, you will be more impacted by Neptune, Mercury, Mars, Saturn. Okay. Bringing out responsibilities, maybe restricting you a little bit. And I don't want you to see it as a punishment, because sometimes we need to be restricted in order to go in the right direction. So imagine going very fast to the wrong side of the road, and something needs to happen to stop you, right? And go to the other side. So this is what Saturn does. It's like rearranging your path in the first house and saying, no, Aries, actually, you need to go the other way. So it's redirecting you in the right direction. And this new moon in a conjunction with Chiron is really letting you know where are the obstacles, where are the inner pains, what is avoiding you from being truly what you want to be, and what is avoiding you from loving yourself, standing up for yourself. Okay. Now it's a very intense energy, Aries. Like, you want to go forward, fast, 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 but you will be held back to overview. Okay. Your work, don't make hasty decisions. Don't do workouts so extreme, because this can be a bit injury prone if you're not listening to your body, because that's going to be the universe saying, okay, Aries, take it slow. Slow, slow, slow. So work hard, but at a decent pace, not all at once. Okay. We have Venus in the second house with Uranus. So the good thing is you are working on your self-worth. Maybe you're asking different prices. There could even be unexpected money coming in for some of you Aries, okay? Creative ideas on how to make money. But yeah, you're going through this massive growth. Like, try to do some spiritual workouts like yoga, martial arts, meditation. This is gonna really help you. But with so much Mars, maybe you can't sit still. So it's okay to have walks, like to move. It's not always that meditation is just good. You can meditate while walking. You can, let energy flow through you through dancing, through movement. So that's all okay. So Neptune, Mercury, Mars, Saturn are all in a sextile with Pluto in the 11th house. So it could be that because you are changing your identity, your friendships and the groups that you normally connect with are, maybe not accepting that version of you anymore. So your friendships might change. The way you present yourself might change. That could have an impact on your friendships. Okay. And there might even be with Pluto some jealousy or some control. This is where you're gonna have to stand up for yourself. Okay. Because so many times we want to, we want friendships to last. We want them to stay with us. But if you grow spiritually so quickly, right, you go up, 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 and some people are going off the path, and it doesn't need to be with a fight. They can come back later when they're in the same vibration again. You can be friends again. Okay, it's okay if people want to go, they go. It could be that you're feeling empowered. Okay, you have a powerful voice in the public. Use it for good. Okay, don't use it to control others. Use it to empower. This is where the secret is for you. I think I want to channel a message today because I'm feeling in such a nice flow. So I'm gonna channel the messages again. So Aries, I hear, don't run too fast. Reconnect with your heart. Okay, Aries, reconnect with your heart and feel what it is truly what you want. Maybe sometimes you're chasing things that you think you want, but it's not actually what you need. So reconsider that maybe some choices are based on external applause and maybe not something that activates something in you. So dare to look into your heart, dare to actually want the things that are good for you and that make you happy instead of choosing things that will make you feel accepted, but don't make you feel happy. Okay. So it's time to let go of all these high expectations that you maybe yourself put on yourself, or maybe that your family put on you or your friends. It's time to let that go and allow yourself to be happy. So what is preventing you from fully being happy? So yeah, that's my message for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to participate in my workshops in May, on the 9th of May and on the 16th of May, look at my community page. It's a career and purpose workshop and a relationship workshop. Going to be so excited to do this. It's going to be very personalized based on your chart, on the people who participate. So it's going to be fun and very interactive. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love, Aries. And until next time, let's go to Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, and Rising. We have all this fire, this new moon, all the planets, a lot of planets, right? Neptune, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Chiron, new moon in your 12th house. So this is kind of a contradictive energy, right? Because fire wants to move fast and the 12th house is ruled by Pisces. So Pisces wants to actually just go with the flow, take it easy. So it can create a bit of this restless energy. Like you want to do something, but you don't know where to start. And also it can suddenly take away your energy. Okay, so take it easy. Do some yoga, do some sports that are flowy, like I think it's called yin yoga. Do some Tai Chi, some slow dancing, things like that, that will move the energies, but are not too intense. So listen to your body. When you are spending time alone around this new moon, you're gonna really connect to your spiritual self. So this is a good time to get to know yourself and feel the uncomfortable. Okay, feel the uncomfortable feelings, and you can do some hypnosis or, whatever it is to let go of these uncomfortable feelings. And sometimes we don't know where those feelings come from, right? They are so unconscious. They could even be from past lives, right? 12th house is related to your past life. So sometimes we have a fear and we can't explain it. It's like having a fear of heights. I have a fear of heights and I don't know where it's coming from. It could be related to a past life, okay? So it's time to be gentle with yourself. Take a rest if your body is asking you to take a rest. We have Venus in your first house. So this makes you very magnetic. And maybe some of you would like to treat yourself a little bit, like make yourself a nice dinner, buy yourself some nice clothes, going to the hairdresser, having a little bit of a massage. So this is time to be gentle with yourself, okay? We have Saturn, Mars, Mercury, and Neptune in a sextile with Pluto in the 10th house. So by resting, you could have more full-on power for your work. You could show up more empowered, right? If you're trying to search for, achievements right now, it's gonna be hard, especially Taurus rising. It's gonna be hard because all the energies are locked in the 12th house. This is not a time to go, go, go. You wait until more planets go into your sign, okay? So yeah, now it's time to reconnect with yourself, and you might have to deal with a difficult authority figures. This could be generally the government, problems with the government, problems even with father, okay? With bosses in the workplace. So take your rest, make sure to heal, and channel this inner force, this inner power to your work. And listen to your body. When you're tired and you need to recharge. It's better to spend less hours full on than, many hours and being completely exhausted. Now, let me send you a little bit of a channel message, Taurus. See what comes up. I hear in these basic times, it's sometimes hard to connect to your soul and to your soul essence. Like sometimes it's good to stand still and realign your mind, body, and soul, realign your chakras up and down, right? Sometimes we are trying to run from responsibilities, or we're trying to take too many responsibilities, or swing between those extremes. First do too much and then go back to doing too little. So in your routines lies the answer. So take it slow, be precise, give high quality. It's not always about the speed, it's about the process. So the end game is not always so important. It's about the enjoyment of the ride, the enjoyment of the now, that is going to bring in gifts. Because sometimes when we just relax for a moment, these brilliant ideas come true that can enlighten you, can enlighten your brain. This is literally where enlightenment happens, right? When we become nothing, when we are so still, so calm, this is where the divine can find you. So yeah, that would be my message for you, my lovely Taurus. Now, if you're interested in signing up for the workshops that I organize in May, I'm going to have a workshop on the 9th of May for career and purpose. They will be fully aligned with the people that are attending. So it will be made by all the people who attend according to their chart. So we're going to look at for the people, how to achieve their goal and everything. And I'm going to show you through astrology. And on the 16th, I'm going to do a workshop surrounded by relationships. So relationship patterns, how to attract love if you're single, or how to be in a relationship. It's both for people who are single and in a relationship. Okay. to answer your questions and to look at different aspects in astrology. So I'm very excited about that. If you're interested, send me an email. You find it in the description box below. And until next time. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have all these planets in Aries in your 11th house, okay? So you're going to have this urge to go out. I want to go out. I want to meet my friends. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. I don't want to stay at home, especially with the South Node there in the 4th house. You're like, no, I want to be out and about. Listen to your body though, right? Like it can be so intense. Or maybe sometimes when you're spending too much time with your friends or your community, some obstacles might come forward. So, this is where you will see maybe some uh, disagreements with your friends or miscommunications with your friends. So try to detach a little from the situation because Saturn is, together with Mars, might also bring forward some, hidden anger or something you felt for a while and it's coming out during this time. And it will create some obstacles with friendships, okay? But at the same time, with this new moon in Chiron, it's bringing out also insecurities. Like, why am I feeling insecure with these friends? Why am I feeling not accepted by people? Why am I feeling not accepted by the community? Okay. So if you want to speak up, it's good to prepare. Okay. Have your words a little bit, think about what you want to say so your message comes across better, right? And not too fiery. Like try to ground yourself a little before you speak up. So there will be a lot of changes there in your community, friendship. If you're on social media or you're in the public eye or you're working in a big company, try to breathe first before you speak up, okay? Because you might Aries is quite blunt, right? Like, I just want to speak the truth. So you feel like you just want to say it how it is, which is good, but sometimes there's a better way of saying it. So damp the fire a little bit. Because yeah, impulsive actions around this time will be held back by Saturn, and Chiron creates this feeling of guilt. So take it easy. Venus is in the 12th house, and this is good for being creative behind the scenes, spending some time by yourself, doing some nice cooking for yourself, okay? Just treat yourself well, okay? Don't be only outside. Try to also maybe spend some time in the nature, maybe working on your garden, just to reconnect. Now, Saturn, Mars, Mercury, and Neptune are in a sextile with Pluto. So it could be that your belief systems are changing. Okay. Maybe the way you see the world, the way you see things are changing. Okay. And there's no need like, sometimes we feel it's our duty to tell other people about our belief systems, right? But everybody has their own right to explore their own belief system. So this is where you find your community that is in the same vibration as you and have the same ideas. And sometimes we're trying to convince someone that we are right, that that's the right way to go. But what if there's more ways to go? And this is the right way for you to do something. So it's about maybe your friends are trying to convince you of something. And it's like, yeah, but that's not what I believe in. And I feel like if we operate like this and we respect each other's belief systems, it would be so much more peaceful, isn't it? Like not thinking we are right. No, we are right. No, we are right. Because ultimately, we're all souls in a body coming from the same source. So how we believe that doesn't matter as long as we respect each other, right? So I know this is a bit of a spiritual message, but you are with Pluto in the ninth house, diving into the spirituality, diving into the world, diving into what's happening. Okay. So only talk with people who are ready to meet you at your level. Okay. So Gemini, let's see if I can get another channeled message for you. I hear Gemini, speak clear about what it is that you want to say. Because sometimes in your mind, you are going so fast, especially you have Mercury in Gemini, right? You want to go so fast that people can't follow you. And misconceptions, miscommunications are happening. So around this new moon, try to speak slow and understand that not everybody is as fast as you are sometimes, okay? So you have a fast brain and you understand concepts very quickly and try to convey a message that is understandable for everyone, may that be in the family, in the workplace. Um, yeah, your communication is your strength. This is your innate talent. So try to speak in a way that people can follow you and use your fast brain to gather the information and to understand the process of thinking. So I don't know, a lot of you are right now understanding the process of thinking of yourself and others. Maybe you're in a place where you observe more instead of speaking more, which is really interesting. It's going to help you understand people better and use that for good. So that's my message for you, my lovely Gemini. If you want to participate in my workshops in May, I have one on the 9th of May and on the 16th of May. So on the 9th of May, I'm going to talk about, it's going to be about purpose and career. So it's an astrology workshop and it will be small group. I will make this workshop all about the people who are participating. And I will have another one on the 16th of May regarding relationships patterns, how to attract love. Very decent price, okay? And it's a small group. It's going to be so fun, so interactive, and it will be through Zoom, okay? So you can check out my community page for more information. Thank you so much, Gemini. Until next time, let's move on to Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have a lot of fiery energy there in your 10th house. So Cancer, you want to go, 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 go. You want to get everything done. I want to get everything done today and preferably yesterday. Now, the thing is that we have this new moon, we have Saturn, we have Mars, Mercury, Neptune, all in the 10th house. But Saturn is going to hold you back and say, okay, Cancer, this is what you want to achieve, but you have to take it slow, take it one step at a time. You cannot rush things too much, okay? Because you will skip some of the details. If you go too fast with all this fiery energy, and Saturn wants you to have a big plan, it wants you to be prepared. Okay. And this rushing, or, if you speak up too fast, there might be some miscommunication with your boss. So try to ground yourself around this time. And we have, Saturn, Mars, Mercury, and Neptune in the sextile with Pluto in the 8th house. So you can really channel this inner power. And maybe there is a transformation happening with the workplace. Maybe you want to change careers. Maybe you're working towards the change of a career. Take it one step at a time. Don't make impulsive decisions yet. Like, for example, work outside of your job to slowly build something on the side, and eventually you can make a change. But this is not a day to make rushed decisions. Like, inner anger will be channeled. So just ground yourself. And with Venus in the 11th house, for some of you, you will find grounding around this new moon with your friends, with your community. Maybe you want to do like a creative workshop, or you maybe you're the one that gives workshops, right? Very creative time, but also a bit of a restless time. Use in-depth research for your work, okay? Especially this is positive if you're in the medical field, if you're an accountant, if you're in a spiritual field. But in general, just do your research before you present anything in the workplace or before you do something, okay? Let me see if I can get you some channeled message, Cancer. I feel some of you are really in an overload of work. So too much work, too many responsibilities, doesn't even have to be in the workplace. It can just be, a lot of expectations on your shoulders. And sometimes that's not so easy to carry. And I feel that understanding of other people is almost going to lift you up. But because everybody around you could feel overloaded as well, the support is not so strong as usual. Okay. So be and visualize your own support. Be the support for yourself. Be gentle with yourself. If things are not happening today, it doesn't mean you have failed. It means that you're in the process, okay? And failure is also not the end of the world. It's going to help you get better at your craft. It's going to help you improve. So take it one step at a time. Be so gentle with yourself. And, sometimes failure leads to an even better path, more smooth path for you. So take that into account. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to sign up for my workshops in May, I have a workshop on the 9th of May and one on the 16th of May. So the 9th of May is around surrounded by career and purpose. I'm going to surround this whole workshop around people's charts. So it's going to be so much fun. It's a small group, interactive. And on the 16th of May, it will be surrounded by relationships. So it doesn't matter if you're single or if you're in a relationship. This is about relationship patterns and the healing of the relationship. So send me an email if you're interested. I will put the posters or the information on my community page. And I hope to see you there. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Leo. So Leo, Sun and Rising. Well, this is a very fiery time, right? Because you already are a fire sign, and it's going to trine this whole bunch in your ninth house. So we have this new moon in Aries in your ninth house, which is in a conjunction with Chiron. So there's a lot about your belief systems, your healing yourself, maybe through spirituality, self-help books. Okay, maybe there is some anger coming up, right? Because the ninth house is also teachers. So maybe some of you are angry with a teacher, could be a school teacher, could be a spiritual teacher, because ultimately, always first listen to your own intuition. There could be some miscommunication happening. If you are the teacher, make sure to prepare well, because this impulsive energy can make you say things that you regret later, and they're hitting the runes right away, okay? Also with traveling, like there could be some obstacles in your travel. Take it easy, take it one step at a time, okay? Listen to your body. Also, not doing too extreme sports on your trip, or, go, 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 because Saturn is holding you back. Saturn is with Mars, okay? He's saying, take it slow. Think about before speaking up on something. Might be feeling a bit of frustration in learning, feeling like, oh, can I do this? Can I understand this? Yes, you can. Just take your time. Try to ground yourself. Okay. The only grounding we have is Venus and Uranus for now in the 10th house. So this makes you very magnetic in the public. So it could even be that you get a lot of attention, and it's just very frustrating on how to deal with that. Like you feel very restless, maybe even, you have to spread all your energies. We have Saturn, Mars, Mercury, and Neptune also in a sextile with Pluto in the 7th house. So maybe you have to stand up to a partner. This could be a romantic partner, a business partner. Maybe you know, you want to prove your point through your belief system, okay? But everyone is so fiery right now, so make sure that you say your side, but you're not expecting the other person to agree with you. Like there could be some disagreements there. Also, if you're in any court situation or anything, prepare yourself well. Don't do anything impulsive. This is not a time to be impulsive, okay? Um, Let me see if I can do a channel message, Leo. So I'm hearing this is a really beautiful time for you to heal and to understand that mistakes are part of life, okay? And you don't always have to go back to the past to feel those mistakes. You just have to look at the now. How can I change things now? How can I be a better person now? And, if people who hurt you in the past are keep coming back, is there a way to feel the anger and to dissolve it? Because you feeling the anger is holding you back and not the other person. And sometimes we want a forgiveness from someone that is not capable of giving it to you because they are not there yet. Can you be in peace with this thought that maybe the person who hurt me, and for some of you, you hurt yourself, right? Is there a way to let it go? You don't have to forget it, but to let go what the other person should say or do. And if so, what would life look like? Isn't that like so healing? Isn't that so beautiful to have a life where you can just let go and understand that we are different people at different frequencies, and not everybody is going to meet you where you're at. So this is time for healing. So your spiritual journey can unfold itself, right? To show you that through faith in yourself and letting go of anger will help you progress. It will heal your body, it will heal your mind, it will heal your soul. So feel the anger and then find ways to dissolve it and understand that when someone hurts you, it's because they don't know any better. And when they do, they will come, but we can't wait for that. Sometimes it takes lifetimes for people to understand it, okay? So that would be my message for you, my amazing Leo. If you want to participate in my astrology workshops in May, I'm going to have one on the 9th of May and one on the 16th of May. So the one on the 9th of May is going to surround career and purpose. It's going to be a small group, and we're going to look at the charts of the people who are in the workshop. So it will be surrounded by your patterns, your obstacles, and we're going to look on how to overcome it, while also learning a bit of astrology. And the same with relationships on the 16th. We're going to look at relationship patterns. So this is for people who are both single and in a relationship, okay? We're just going to learn astrology. We're going to learn where to focus on and how to heal. So it will be very fun. If you're interested, send me an email. You find it in the description box. I will also post the information on the community page. The price is very fair. So yeah, make sure to not miss out on this. So let's move on to Virgo. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have this stellium in Aries in your 8th house. So this is very transformational. This is very healing. And this can be even a bit confrontational, right? Like Aries, this intense energy of Aries in the 8th house would sometimes likes to run away. I don't want to feel this intense feelings, this intense emotions, right? Because the 8th house is the house of Scorpio. And Scorpio is in your third house. So for you to transform is to communicate. Like communication for you is key to your healing. So talk about the things that maybe bother you, because we have Saturn and Mars, Mercury and Neptune all together. So bottled up anger will come up. And, sometimes when we are trying to control ourselves to be accepted, right? And maybe even because we have a sextile with Pluto in the workplace, like we are trying to avoid showing emotions so we cannot be hurt. So people don't see us, right? For who we really are. But it can also be healing sometimes to speak about something. Like you don't have to drop all your emotions on someone, but you can say sometimes how things make you feel so people understand you better. Because sometimes when we are trying to be better or we're trying to suck it up all the time, people think that your life is perfect and they're going to make it harder for you. Sometimes understanding someone and what they're going through is going to help. Like some of you will go into therapy, and there's no shaming doing that. It's really about healing the self right now. This could have to do with sexuality, intimacy, and intimacy is not always, between the sheets. Intimacy is becoming intimate with a partner on a soul level, understanding each other on a soul level, opening up about that. So, if your partner is very avoidant or you, this is going to burst now. It's time to open up about it. And we have Venus in the ninth house. So some of you will open up during a trip or traveling, or this revelation comes up when you are on a trip. Okay. And well, Venus is in Taurus. So this is really about treating yourself well, be gentle with yourself. Eighth house is also all surrounded by your finances. So make really good agreements with your partner about your finances, or, if you're with a business partner in a joint venture, make sure that everything is correct on paper and it doesn't come back to you. Double check your taxes right now, make sure that everything is in order, because there could be some disruption with paperwork, and you have to go back to rearrange everything. And this can really like bring up some frustrations, but do your meditation and take it one step at a time. Also, the more you heal your and do your inner work, the better your health is going to be with this sextile with Pluto, right? So maybe working on your inner self is going to bring a better conclusion to your health. It's going to bring a better conclusion with your colleagues, okay? And also keep an eye on your beloved pets, okay? Let's see if I have a channeled message for you, my lovely Virgo. I feel like some of you your thoughts are racing, like left, right. And you are so afraid to do the wrong thing that you're going over everything. And sometimes it stops you from doing anything at all because you're so afraid to make a mistake. You're so afraid to uh, even just stand up for yourself or speak up about your ideas. Like you feel shamed almost to speak up and share your ideas. So don't be afraid to share your thoughts, to share your feelings. It's going to be very, very healing to do that. Okay. And sometimes it's good to write down your thoughts, and you can even leave it for a few days and come back to it later and then see if you still feel the same about that idea. Okay. Yeah, powering up your routines. Having a bit of rest and stability is going to help you. Like if you're going to be too much all over the place right now, it's going to bring a huge disimbalance. Okay, you're going to feel unbalanced in within yourself. So it's good to balance yourself and to ground yourself so you have a better overview of where life is going to take you. So that's my message for you, my amazing Virgo. So I'm going to organize 2 workshops in the month of May, one on the 9th of May and one on the 16th of May. So the first one on the 9th is surrounded by career and purpose. I'm going to do it with a small group and it will be surrounded by your chart. So it's going to be interactive, very fun. And the second one is on the 16th of May. It's surrounded by relationships. This is about, this is for people who are single or in a relationship, right? It's about healing your patterns, and we're going to look at your charts. So it's going to be so fun, so interactive, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It's a very decent price, and you can find the information on my community page. If you want to sign up, you can send me an email, okay? You find it in the description box below. Thank you so much, my amazing Virgo, and I'll see you next time. Let's move on to Libra. So Libra, Sun and Rising, we have this intense stellium of Aries in your 7th house. So be calm when it comes to your relationship because there will be some intensity in that area, okay? So this could be romantic relationships, business partnerships, and if you're single, this could be, past anger coming up regarding relationships, okay? This ex did this, that, and that. So this anger is your healing. We have this new moon in a conjunction with Chiron. We have Mars in Aries, Saturn is there. So it's a very, very healing new moon when it comes to your relationship. So let the anger show itself because the anger is there for you to feel, see, and heal. Okay. Miscommunications might happen. So do make sure that before you speak with your partner, that you ground yourself first and you prepare yourself with what you want to say, because Neptune is going to create some miscommunications. Okay. Can you be yourself in your relationship? Could you be yourself in your past relationships? And everything is coming up now. So what can you do to heal yourself and therefore also heal your relationship or future relationships? So these questions come up. We also have, Saturn, Mars, Neptune, and Mercury in a sextile with Pluto in the 5th house. So this is also for your children, right? And this is not about, because Pluto can be a bit controlling. This is about not controlling the children. This is about empowering your children. This is this is like the fierce dad or the fierce mom that is empowering the children to be whoever they want to be, because 5th house is expression, self-expression. So this is also the inner child, transformation in the inner child. Were you able to express yourself freely when you were young? And do you feel the same entrapment in your relationship? So now it's time to heal that. How can you feel free in your body with yourself and accept it for the way you are? Okay. We have Venus in Taurus in the 8th house. So that's good news when it comes to money. So you might have some money coming in. It will most likely be through other sources like taxes or investments. Something might suddenly come in. Okay. Let me see if I can get you a channeled message, my lovely Libra. I feel some of you Libras, you need to work on your base chakra. So this is about grounding yourself. Because I feel like some of you are very overwhelmed right now with responsibilities, with thoughts. And I feel like energies need to go inward and ground and plant and root yourself. Because sometimes we think that action is going to bring us where we want to be. But sometimes we have to bring the action to us through inner peace, right? Like we are a vortex turning around. So if we can bring all these energies from the ether into our body and we root it, we're going to feel less stressed. Okay, because I feel like some of you have been running around and there's so many planets in the seventh house, which means it's not really with you right now. So the energies are a little bit lower than usual. So take your time, feel the emotions, feel what is bothering you so you can heal it. Don't be afraid of it. Ground it, root it, and then dissolve it into the ground, the problems that come up. Okay? It's very normal. We all have things going on. It's just the way we deal with it, right? And how we feel it and accept it, that our feelings are valid and there are guides to, sometimes we hold on to something because we think that's going to be beneficial for us. But actually, is it though? Is it though? Like, are we so afraid to, for example, be alone? Are we afraid to take a different direction? So it's about rooting yourself and knowing that things will always work out. Things will always work out for me. Even if it doesn't seem so, they will always work out for me. So that's my message for you, my amazing Libra. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you want to sign up for my workshops in May, I'm going to do two small workshops. One is on the 9th of May, and it's going to surround career and purpose, and it's going to be all made according to the people that participate, so the chart. And the second one is on the 16th of May. This is regarding relationships, okay? This is for people who are single or in a relationship, and this is about healing your patterns. And the price is cheap. So check out the community page. I have all the details there. You can send me an email for questions, or if you want to sign up, my email is in the description box below. Okay. I'm sending you so much love. And until next time, my amazing Libra, thank you so much. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have this whole bunch of Aries, super fiery energy in your sixth house. Okay. Now, Scorpios, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Scorpio moon and rising. So we're intense already. Okay. Intense people. We like to go in depth, which is very uncomfortable for some people. But now we have Aries as well. Aries is also quite intense, differently. So there's a huge, intense energy that can feel like a lot for some people around you, okay? So earth and ground yourself a little bit, root yourself. And all this energy is in the house of routines, okay? Routines, work, health. So around this time, be so gentle. Like, don't overdo things. Like, work too much. It's gonna impact your health. It's gonna impact your body. So it's time to have healthy routines, okay? And whatever health problems there are, they will come up. Whatever frustrations you have with your colleagues or with work, they will also come up. So let them be revealed, because this new moon is with Chiron, right? So insecurities, am I doing it good enough? Maybe because you feel not fully yourself or not fully rooted, colleagues might be giving you all the work, right? So that creates anger. And at some point, it's going to burst. So if you want to speak up, make sure you prepare well, because we have Neptune, we have Mars, and Saturn is going to hold you back, okay? But Aries is very blunt. Just like Scorpio, you're going to hold back, but at some point you're also quite blunt. So make sure that that truth speaking is still true, but try to put less intensity on it around this time, okay? There could be some, because of the inner heat, like some of you will experience some flu maybe, or hormonal imbalance, or like outburst on your face. And also be careful with sports. Like, don't do too much. Listen to your body, okay? Very, very important. Um, there's a sextile with Pluto in the fourth, and we have Saturn, Mars, Neptune, and Mercury there. So some of you want to stand up for yourself towards your family, okay? Again, prepare. Also, Pluto is in the fourth, so this is also the empowerment of your root. So channel with this inner power that you're feeling, right? Like it could be that with Pluto in the fourth house, you're struggling with support. Like you just not feel as supported as usual. So what Pluto wants you to do is to root yourself and to find your inner peace within. Okay. So let me see if I can get a bit of a channel message for you, my amazing Scorpios. I feel some of you need to have a little bit more fun. Don't take things so serious all the time. Sometimes it's okay to enjoy a little bit and to not feel guilty about it. You don't always have to force yourself to do the right thing. And I'm not saying go do the wrong things, but having fun is part of the journey. Your North Node is in the fifth house, so it's about expression, creativity, joy, right? You can go out with your children, have a lovely day. You can create something, a hobby that you love to do. Like allow yourself to enjoy whatever that means for you, okay? You don't always have to be so strict with yourself and control everything around you to make you feel safe. Sometimes letting go and going with the flow and create is going to bring more peace for you. So that's my message for you, my amazing Scorpio. By the way, I'm doing 2 workshops in the month of May. So one is on the 9th of May, and it's going to be surrounded by purpose and career. Check it out with your time zone, okay? I'm going to put the information on the community page. You can also just send me an email. And on the 16th of May, it will be surrounded by relationships and relationships patterns. And these workshops are based on the charts of people who participate. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super looking forward to it. If you're, it's going to be a really fair price. Okay. So check out the community page. If you want to sign up, send me an email. It's going to be small, personalized, and a group of like-minded people. It will be so much fun. So thank you so much for being here, my amazing Scorpio. And until next time, let's move on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you're already a fire sign, and we have so much fire around this new moon. Okay. So this is a very, very restless energy. Okay, we have this new moon in a conjunction with Chiron in the fifth house. So Sagittarius, there is so much emphasis on your inner child, your inner healing. Like maybe you felt like you couldn't fully express yourself when you were younger, and you will be reminded of some memories, maybe even bring up some anger. Okay, this could be from your parents, this could be from, people in school that didn't accept you. And it's okay to feel it. And then we can let it go, talk about it, let it go, right? Because we have Saturn, Mars, Neptune, Mercury in a sextile with Pluto in the third. So communication is key here. If you do research for any type of creative project, this is a very good time as well. Just do not make impulsive decisions regarding creative projects or launching it before it's finished, because Aries wants to get it done. It's too, let's go, 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 go. And you might skip some details here, okay? And later feel guilty, which is Chiron, and then feel not good enough. So try to ground yourself as much as you can. You have Venus in Taurus, at least in the sixth house. So ground yourself a little bit. Take some time to cook. Maybe some of you will go for a dinner with your colleagues. Spend some time with your pets. Just treat your body, okay, around this time to ground yourself. And then make decisions. Okay, same decision, no impulsive decisions regarding children, having children, regarding your children. Just wait a little bit till all this intensity have settled. Also, this where we want to be creative. Oh yeah, yeah, I have all these ideas. Wait, this idea, this idea, this idea. So you're gonna have so many ideas and you don't know which one to pick. So take your time, write them all down. Later on, you will be able to form what will be the best idea. Okay. Um, yeah, communication is key regarding also because fifth house is also romantic, the people you are romantic with or people you meet. And you might rush into something or rush certain ideas that maybe are not the best. So just prepare. If there's any miscommunication, don't say, okay, we are over now. Okay, just wait a moment because there's a lot of heat happening. And in the moment of heat, we might decide something that we will regret later. So just think about it. Let me see if I have a channel message for you, my lovely Sagittarius. I don't know why this is so random, but I feel some of you Sagittarius need more time with horses or you have a connection with horses. And for others, it's just in general more connection with animals that are going to like almost animals are grounding you, they're anchoring you, and you don't have to own an animal. You can just sometimes go outside, go to a place, a farm, maybe a public farm, or a place where you can connect with animals. You can just walk through a forest and observe them because they are here to heal you, anchor you, and show you what love is really about. Because unconditional love is something animals do so well. And we can learn so much from them as human beings. Okay. So spend some time with your animals and spend some time with kids because kids are still so pure and so playful and they bring so many ideas that we don't, we've been so conditioned already through all, we've seen the world. It's not so gentle as we hoped it would be when we were little. Okay. It's about reconnecting with our innocence. That's the message I want to give you. Like, we still have this innocence in us, but sometimes we are so conditioned with all the things that happen to us. And then we starting to be angry and use that against people that have nothing to do with that. So when we can reconnect with this innocence, our creativity flows. And it doesn't mean having no boundaries. It's just reconnecting with that part of yourself and bringing it back so things can flow again. So you become more jolly, more playful, and life becomes more smooth. Okay, so that's my message for you, my amazing Sagittarius. Now, if you want to participate in one of my two workshops, I have two workshops in May. So one is on the 9th of May, and it's going to be surrounded by career and purpose. So, how to enhance your career, how to find the right career. We're going to look at the charts of the people that are in the workshop. So it's going to be small group. And on the 16th, it will be around relationships. So relationship patterns, this is for people who are single or in a relationship, doesn't matter. It's about healing your relationships. And when we heal those patterns, we can attract the love that we look for, or we can have the relationship that we're looking for. So yeah, if you're interested, send me an email. I'm gonna put the information on the community page. You can find it on my Instagram pinned as well. And yeah, I hope to see you there. It's going to be so much fun, really personal. And I wish you an amazing, amazing day. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. So, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this very intense stellium of Aries in your fourth house. So, a lot of focus is there on how you root yourself. And how do we root ourselves? Through family, being in the house, inner security, right? So you are finding inner security, and that's outside of what is happening in your family or what is happening in your home. Okay. So it's not a time to make rush decisions or impulsive decisions, especially if you want to buy a home. Okay. Because Saturn there can create obstacles. We have this new moon in a conjunction with Chiron. So inner wounds come up, maybe feeling unsafe. We can feel old pain coming up from feeling unsafe. And this could come from, because fourth house is also related to, not just family, but mother line, like feeling unsafe. Maybe you had a mother that felt unsafe to you, or had like, different moods, or was a bit impulsive with Aries there. And, now, because you feel unsafe, this could be also given to you, like feeling the ups and downs. Okay. So now it's time to root, to heal that, and to feel secure. And you're going to figure out, my lovely Capricorn, how to feel more secure. Okay. How to have this security within yourself. And we have Pluto there in the second house, right? So we have Mars, we have Saturn, we have Neptune and Mercury in a sextile with Pluto. So some of you feel more secure, more safe when there is income coming in, okay? When you have possessions. And now that's true that that's also an illusion, but if that helps to settle, right? Find the right job. This is about your self-worth as well. So no matter what happened when you grew up, no matter if someone didn't value you, now it's time to feel that value within yourself. Okay. And yeah, it's time to find your family, chosen family, and also to realign with inner safety. Okay. To feel safe within your own body. We have Venus there, beautiful Venus in Taurus in your fifth house with Uranus. So have fun, enjoy. If you have a partner, do something fun with your partner. If you have children, do a picnic in the park, or, go outside, go to the forest and reconnect, and, connect with its safety. Creative projects can be very beneficial around this time. Okay. It's about more about the enjoyment. And if this enjoyment can turn into a job, yeah, so may it be, right? So without thinking about the outcome, but just enjoying it in the moment. But your self-worth is your power for healing your family dynamics. There is a huge emphasis on that. And Aries is about your leadership and your identity. So you're forming your own identity, okay, outside of what people expect from you, what people project onto you. You're going to say, this is me, this is who I want to be. And any insecurities coming up are there for you to heal. Okay. Um, but yeah, be a little bit careful with landlords and houses and things like that. If you can avoid it for now, I would do so, right? Because with Saturn in the fifth house, especially for Capricorn rising, right, it's not the best time for moving. So double check if Saturn is transiting your fourth house. Now, let me see if I can get you a channel message, Capricorn. Yeah, I keep hearing go outdoors. Being outdoors is going to give you fresh air. Like some of you need fresh air. So if you can go to a place where there's fresh air, may it be the mountains, may it be the forest, and I hear, look at the leaves moving, so effortless. Like when you look at a tree, you see the leaves moving so effortless. And you, Capricorn, are in a state where you want to learn how to move more effortless. Like some of you are literally dancers, okay? You're literally dancing. But if you're not a dancer, it's like moving through life effortless, channeling the power from within and creating that. So inside out instead of outside in. because that's what we have learned to do, right? Like we have to first get it done on the outside, but you're going to learn now to channel things from the inside, creativity, inner power, inner authority, and then channel it to the outside world. So sometimes when we take time to connect within, we're going to feel more peace, and things on the outside start to align with you. Okay, so that's my message for you, my amazing Capricorn. So if you want to participate in my workshops in May, so on the 9th of May, I have a workshop for career and purpose. And I'm going to build these workshops surrounded by the charts of people who are participating. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's very personal. It's going to be small group, online through Zoom. So if you're interested, you can look at my community page. Like the price is very fair. Okay. And if you want to sign up, send me an email. And thank you so much, Capricorn. I'll see you next time. Let's move on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. We have this new moon in Aries on the 17th of April in your third house. So we have this stellium in fire. So this is pretty intense, right? And it's in the house of communication. This is your thought process. So you're going to feel this heat in your head and it needs to go somewhere. Okay, so be aware of your speech because your anger might be coming out out of your mouth and you regret later what you've said. So if you want to communicate, if you want to study or anything, it's best to have a plan. And because this new moon is with Chiron, sometimes you will have these feelings of, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Can I do this? But with preparation, with feeling those wounds that are making you feel insecure, thinking that you can't do it, that will be the healing factor. Okay. So feel the anger, feel, the wounds and let it transmute. Now we have Saturn, Mars, Neptune, and Mercury in a sextile with Pluto in the first house. So you can channel your inner power into your speech, which can make you very magnetic right now. Okay. So instead of controlling the outside, Pluto in the first wants you to channel and empower other people. Okay. Now, with this bunch in the third house, you might be traveling, but be very careful if you drive. Okay. Don't drive angry now. It's not the time to drive angry. I'm slapping even the microphone. Don't drive angry. Yeah, ground yourself first. You have Venus in the fourth house, so perfect for grounding. Take some time at home, treat yourself, pamper yourself. This is what Venus in Taurus likes, okay? Um, if you travel, make sure you're prepared. Don't make impulsive decisions. Usually they work out, but with Saturn, it's like, yeah, prepare a little bit, okay? There might be some miscommunication about a museum that you're visiting and it's closed, or just make sure to prepare around this time. But there is a massive healing taking place, especially regarding speech and also your siblings. There might be some bickering, or maybe, you feel this wound, maybe you were overlooked, you felt like more attention went to your sibling, or you couldn't really be yourself, right? Because Chiron is there, and in Aries, it's like your identity. So, with Aries in the third house, your speech is your identity, and you lead through speech. And now you're feeling kind of like, yeah, is what I'm saying correct, or is it wrong? Let it come out and understand that these things were already hidden in the body. They just need an outlet. And then understand that when you channel with your inner essence, it's much easier to speak and prepare well. Also, if you have to do an exam, ground yourself before you do any exams, okay? Because we have so much fire, and fire doesn't like to focus. I don't like details. I don't want, but try to ground yourself as much as you can, okay, Aquarius? Let me see if I can get you a channel message. You see, like running. I'm seeing you run, 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 run. Like some of you are running, running, running so fast, and you are skipping the essentials. So go back. Maybe you can wake up in the morning and make a list of things you want to do. Because I feel this excitement, like you're ready for a new phase, you're ready for the next thing. But sometimes when we run all the time, we are missing what is right in front of us. Sometimes it's a relationship, sometimes it's a job. Like we're so busy looking that we overlook what is right in front of us, right? And we can sometimes, when you have a tree in the garden, it's just there, right? It's there. And suddenly when it's cut off, it's like, oh, that was actually a beautiful tree. So learn how to appreciate what is right in front of you. Because sometimes we think the grass is greener on the other side, but it's not always the case. It looks brighter, the tree on the other side, because it has, all these beautiful things. But what about the wisdom of all the years that it was there? Okay. So let go of how things should be and start with first what is right in front of you. So that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. If you want to sign up for one of my workshops, so I have two workshops. One is on the 9th of May, which is going to be surrounded by career and purpose. And the other one is about relationships. So this is for people who are single or in a relationship, doesn't matter. It's going to be in a small group through Zoom. We're going to look at the charts of the people that participate. So it's going to be very personal. Okay. And it's going to be really fun. It's a very fair price. So you look at my community page. For more information, I'm going to put the posters or information out there. You can also send me an email for questions or if you want to sign up, and I will see you on the 9th or 16th. Thank you so much, Aquarius, and until next time. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, we have this stellium in Aries in your second house, okay? So this new moon is in a conjunction with Chiron, which is it's all about healing, true feeling the pain regarding self-worth. So you might have some doubts around this day, like, am I good enough? Am I earning the right price? Am I asking too little money? Am I asking too much? Am I too much? Am I too little? So you will have a little bit of a restless mind regarding, maybe you're worrying about money. Do I have money? And the key here is to go back to your root and see what is already there. Okay. And what you can do, because we have Mars, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune in a sextile with Pluto. So your inner power comes true when you're spending time alone through your meditation. Okay. We have the North Node in your sign in the first house. So what can you do that is fully authentic to you, because your authenticity is related to the first house in Aries, right? So your money comes to you through identifying with your true self. Okay. So all these obstacles and uncomfortable feelings are coming up now with earning money. But for you, earning money is easier when you do something that is more true to yourself. So if you are in a job that is immoral, right? Because also the midheaven is in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. You want fairness. You want to bring something to the world. So if you're in a job that doesn't feel quite right, even though you would earn good money, it still would hurt. Okay, it still hurts. Like you want to do something that you feel good about yourself. Also, watch out for overspending. Okay, or have good boundaries around this time. Don't let other people manipulate you into paying more, or signing contracts that are not good for you, okay? That are better for them. So you need to have good boundaries there. We have Venus in Taurus and Uranus there in the third house. So this is good for creative ideas, creative expression. Like your communication will be so delicate, will be so grounding for people. Okay, so your communication skills are very good. And in this calm way, this Taurus way, Venus in Taurus, you can negotiate. Okay, so even though we have so much anger and things, that restless energy, try to think in a calm way of solutions. And maybe some of you are going on a trip, and maybe this trip is like, oh, this cost a little bit more than I expected it to be, because Taurus in the third house, you want to be treated like maybe going to a sauna, going for a dinner, doing like a nice day trip. Okay, just look at your budget and see what is possible. Now, Pisces, let me see if I can get you some channeled messages. Some of you have a connection with flowers. So I'm seeing a lot of flowers and a lot of colors. So I feel like you need to have colors around you. So colors around the house. And I feel that if life sometimes feels down, you have to make it colorful, just like the flowers in the house. So sometimes for you, it works to surround yourself by colors as a reminder that life can be colorful, right? And sometimes things happen that make us feel that we're in a world that is not fair. But then we have to look at the small things, the small essence, the smell of oils or essentials, or, having this beautiful herbal tea. Like, try to enjoy the very, very small things. And you will see that life starts to become more colorful. Like, if we focus on the negative, that becomes our reality. And it's good to inform ourselves, right? Like, information is definitely good. Like, we are prepared, but now we let it go. What can we do now? What can I do now to make life better? And what can I do in this moment to be peaceful? So that would be my message for you, my lovely Pisces. I'm going to give two workshops in the month of May. So one is on the 9th of May and the other one is on the 16th of May. So the one on the 9th is going to be all about career and purpose. It's going to be small workshops on Zoom. And the workshops are made according to your charts. So it's going to be very interactive, personal. On the 16th of May, it's going to be about relationships, romantic relationships, but uh, for people who are both single or in a relationship, doesn't matter, because the patterns are still there, right? That we want to heal. And we're going to learn astrology with that. So it's going to be very fun, very interactive. I'm going to put more information on the community page. Like, if you want to sign up, send me an email with your birth data. And yeah, I hope to see you there. And I'm wishing you all the best, my lovely, lovely Pisces. Make life colorful.